We're in Zalipie.
A very cute little village in Poland.
And when I started researching places to go in Poland, I came across a picture of this cute little village, and all of the houses were painted in flowers, inside and out.
He showed me one picture and I was in. I said, yes, we have to go there. So you get a little sneak peek behind us. So we're going to explore more of this painted village.
Oh. Wow.
Oh my god. I think my happiness level just like broke off. Look at in here.
Oh my god.
Everywhere is painted.
Happiness.
Oh my god.
I want to move in.
Zalipie doo-da.
Zalipie day.
We're inside the house now that kind of started it all as far as painting flowers here in Zalipie. This is now a museum, but it's the former home of a woman named Felicia Sulova. And one of the things I love most about this style of folk art painting is that these flowers are not based on anything that comes from nature. They come from the artist's head. So you can't look at this and say, oh, that's a tulip or that's a daisy. No, these are just flowers that are born from the imagination of the artist, and in this house, born from Felicia's head. And the overall feeling that I have in here is happiness. I just feel total joy. I feel like I'm in the pages of some sort of children's fairy tale, and I think you can clearly understand why. Just every single surface served as a literal blank canvas for Felicia's imagination. Everywhere you look, the furniture, the walls are covered in flowers. And the photo that I love most of her, she's wearing clothing that, of course, she made herself at this very sewing machine. And it's a black and white photo, but I think we all know that what you see embroidered there is definitely colorful, because Felicia wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, wow. You know when you first walk into someone's house and you just get an immediate sense of who they are?
Yeah.
It's very strong here.
It's very strong.
A very creative, joyful, artistic soul lived in this space.
Are you seeing these walls?
Yeah,
I want walls like this.
So this is the house of a woman named Stefania, and she was also renowned like Felicia, whose house we just saw. And she had 5 children. She was a farmer with her husband, and in between raising 5 children and running a farm, she had time to create everything that you see here. So I feel inspired in many, many ways already in Zalipie, and now I realize that my time management skills need some serious improvement because I don't have any kids and I still couldn't do this even if I had the time. So, wow. I find in these houses just the sense of freedom, like just being creative. You know, you feel like painting on your wall, do it. You know what I mean? You feel like making a chandelier out of chocolate wrappers, do it. Like, don't be confined. Don't be confined, man. Just like be creative. It's so inspiring. This is a paper cup that she painted, and apparently Stefania must have just been a very creative soul, because she would get into sort of painting fits where she just wanted to paint everything. If you were nearby, she'd probably paint you too. And so you can see she painted this paper cup, and then these little flowers are also made of things like chocolate wrappers, candy wrappers. And back when Stefania was alive, like Felicia, they were renowned throughout Poland, and people would actually come to tour their homes. They knock on the door, say, can I come inside? Yes, and so people who visited their house as a kind of thank you offering, Stefania would give them one of these little flowers, which is just so nice. You know, you let someone into your home and then you give them a thank you gift. So I think that says a lot about the type of person she must have been. I feel like at home there's this mentality, even I've had this sometimes, you're like, oh, I don't want to put a hole in the wall to hang a picture even. Yeah. And here you just feel so free. This is the well that stands outside of Stefania's home. And I have to tell you this story because I think it sums up who she was so well. Remember I said that Stefania used to get into kind of painting fits where she just wanted to paint everything? Well, one day she decided she needed to paint not only the outside of the well, but the inside of the well, which by the way is where you keep water. So she was like leaning over, painting the inside, and she fell into the well. Thankfully, she survived, but she was stuck at the bottom of the well for several hours. I don't know how they got her out, but they got her out. And I guess she never tried to paint the inside of a well again. I just can't believe how beautiful these houses are. I feel like giddy getting to see a new one with this stuff.
Yeah, what's gonna be inside?
Just look at this. We're in another house that's on the museum's property, and this is a great example of a typical Polish farmhouse from about the 19th century. However, people still live in this style of home today. And what's interesting about the interior of this house compared to the others, which you'll immediately notice, is that there are no painted flowers. And the reason for that is that in this house, there was a section for the animals. And they had their own section, but I mean, you can use your imagination at times for warmth or whatever. They probably wandered into the living quarters. So it got pretty dirty and they didn't have any flowers in here for that reason. As you may imagine, it wasn't only farm animals like cows and pigs and sheep that were living in this farmhouse. There were also a few creatures that weren't so welcome, including rats. They would put food in the bottom, so the rat would go for the food through that little hole, it would activate the trap and kill the rat. I feel so inspired here.
I just feel happy.
Yeah, so much joy in Zalipie. But we are going to see more of this cute village now. We're leaving the museum, but lots of people who live here now still decorate their houses. So we're gonna go track some down.
Try to find some.
We're actually allowed to go inside the house of the granddaughter of Felicia, whose home we just saw over at the museum. This is private property and we just asked if we could come inside. Wow, it looks just like the museum. Amazing.
I want all of these flower prints, paintings as like my bedding or wallpaper. Like I just wish I could take this.
Yeah, or
put it on my own walls.
Yeah, make stationery out of it or something.
Or like a backpack or something.
We're at the community center in Zalipie where I get to try to paint some flowers myself. So we're gonna do a flower painting workshop. So I have my Zalipie flowers that I'm going to try to paint. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What's the best part?
What do they say? The best way to begin is just to begin. It feels so therapeutic painting like this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why someone with 5 kids painted so much.
How's your painting?
Well, it makes me feel good. I'm not gonna be selling it on Etsy anytime soon. But, no, I feel very happy. Although, I have to say, I'm surrounded by some women in this room who are painting just beautiful things and don't consider themselves artists, like formally trained artists, but it's this tradition that's been passed down in this community. And I'm just very wowed by what they're all doing. Okay, this was a bit of a warm-up. Now, I'm going to try painting this.
You're leveling up.
Yes! That looks pretty good.
Yeah. Off to a good start.
Here are the finished products. Well, it's never really finished, but for now. Mark's and mine. I think we did a pretty good job.
Not bad.
We've had a lot of fun doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad we got to do this workshop, and now we're gonna head out and see more of Zalipie. Been driving around Zalipie and seeing so many houses that are painted with the flowers.
So colorful.
And we passed this church and I'm thinking there must be flowers inside.
There's gotta be.
So we had to stop. We were right. There are definitely flowers painted on this beautiful church. Look up here. Isn't this pretty?
It's so pretty and it's like so perfect for Zalipie.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
You definitely know you're in Zalipie.
Yeah, it's unmistakable.
Flowers on the pillars here and framing the organ. And it looks like there's a small chapel over here. So I'm just gonna go see what's inside. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, look at the light. Oh my gosh. And look, here are the robes that the priests wear, and they're covered in flowers. That is amazing. Well, the interior of this church did not disappoint.
No, it did not.
We were looking for flowers and we found flowers.
Yeah, everywhere you look.
I am so glad that we got to come and explore Zalipie.
Me too.
This has been actually a real highlight for me. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing Zalipie too. If you did, make sure you give the video a like and of course subscribe for lots more travel adventures, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Dziękuję.